Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me a destroying wind. Jeremiah 51.1. And I was looking at the sense of rising up, which comes from the verb like kum. In the Hebrew here we have something like lebkumei, something like that, which I think some people have translated as like the Chaldeans through like an Atbash cipher or whatever. But in my usual tangential way, I think the one who rises up would be Shu. Possibly also connections with Osiris because of the resurrection. But I think because Shu holds up the sky, but Nut did as well. So I think Shu helped her hold up the sky or something. There's also a connection there with Nut, I think. And Shu was also, I think, the god of air. So this reference to the wind could also be related to that. And in later iconography, there's this idea of the Virgin Mary as the one who stood, I think, in connection with her watching Jesus die. What's really interesting about this image, to me at least, is what I saw was in the middle a wolf-like creature holding in their hands either side like these spinning wheels, I guess. What I hadn't seen is that on the left-hand side is the outline of a face. I can kind of see the corner of the cheek, the chin, and like an eyelash. So it's interesting, I'm always drawing the back of the head. Like I'm trying to give myself the heads up about something. I'm hilarious, aren't I? I should be on the stage. There's also two A-type symbols, one upwards and one upside down. I don't know if that changes the meaning or is just trying to point out the relevance of the hoe. So there's this kind of like wolf-like face turned to the side. I'm not sure what that relates to in Egypt, but when I looked it up, I found the Holy Mother of the Thunder Candles or something. She protected wolves. Below their neck looks like someone flying on a broomstick to me. In that left whirling bit, which does look a bit like a ball, there's lots of squiggles. The one on the right looks a bit more like a whirlpool. And in the bottom half of their body, there's like a standing dog like Scooby-Doo. Top right, there's some tall wizardy dude, like a horse's head, top left. Next to that A, which could also be Aleph as well as Beloved, there are two faces sort of blending into one. So I can think of several references in music to this idea of standing or rising up. The one that comes to mind is Bob Marley's Get Up, Stand Up. There's Stand By Me, of which there's several versions, including by Oasis. And there's also Callum Scott's Rise. I think it's always interesting, whether intentional or unintentional, because Margaret Atwood talks about writing with the dead. The inspiration that comes through to us sometimes is not necessarily conscious that we're writing to these sort of ancient attributes. Anyhow, that's enough waffling for now. Thanks for listening.